The United Kingdom, relatively speaking, is a small country. To put it into context, you can fit the whole of the UK inside the United States around 40 times. Yet, despite being a pretty small island, we boast a vast array of accents and dialects. You could have a cup of tea in Liverpool and hear this accent.
All right, babe.
Then jump into the car, drive an hour east to have a pint in a pub in Manchester and hear this accent.
Almost immediately, she remembered an effective treatment that required her to measure out a lot of medicine.
So why is this the case? To understand why there are so many different accents within this small nation, we first need to go back to the history classroom. Oh, and on the way, if you could just make sure to subscribe and give this video a like, that would be grand. Ta, let's go. Okay, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and picture the scene as we go back through over 1,000 years of British history. Oh. It's probably best not to picture the scene in too much detail. The UK back in the day wasn't the prettiest of sights. A lot of blood, personal hygiene definitely wasn't the best, and, well, chamber pots. Anyway, let's start in 55 BC, when the island we now call the UK was first invaded by the Romans. From this point on, over a period of 1,000 years, Britain faced continuous waves of bloody battles and invasions. After the Romans departed, along came the Anglo-Saxons, who were then followed by the notoriously fierce Vikings. But why does this have anything to do with the number of accents present in the UK today? Well, these invaders not only brought with them their cuisine, sense of fashion, thanks for the sweet helmets, Vikings, and architecture, they also brought their own language, which went on to shape the English language forever. Let's look at place names as an example. When the Danes invaded in the 8th century, they mostly settled in the north of England, in places such as Derby, Wetherby, Selby. What do these places have in common? They end with the typical Danish suffix by, which means farmhouse or village. Another interesting example is Manchester and Lancaster. The suffixes chester and caster comes from the Latin word sister, meaning encampment, an example of Roman influence in the UK. However, the prefixes man and lan both derive from Celtic words. The Celts inhabited the UK long before the Romans invaded. Man comes from the word mam, meaning breast-like hill, and lan, which probably came from the naming of the river Lune, meaning healthy and pure. Throughout the long history of the UK, accents and dialects mostly evolved in isolation. The general population didn't have the option to buy a flight for a tenner to go to the Canary Islands on their holidays, so accents and dialects became more exaggerated and distinct over a period of time. Things couldn't be more different today. We are living in the height of international travel. So, are accents and dialects as varied as they were in the past? Before we look into the situation today, it's important to understand the difference between an accent and a dialect. An accent refers to pronunciation. Pronunciation. For example, people in the south of England say Bath, whereas people in the north pronounce this word with a shortened vowel, bath. Dialects, on the other hand, refer to grammar and vocabulary. You just need to look at a bread roll to see how dialects can vary from region to region. Is it a bread roll, a cob, a stotty, bun, or a barm cake? Well, it all depends on where you're from. As we've already seen, accents and dialects developed in the past when the population generally stayed in their birthplace throughout their whole lifetime. In the modern day UK, however, there are increasingly high levels of domestic migration as young people leave their hometowns and move across the country to study or work. How does this migration affect the way people speak? It's generally agreed that when it comes to the migration of people, one of two things may happen. A person might end up softening their regional accent. This may be an unintentional shift, as they naturally tend to imitate other people's accents, or they might intentionally change their accent as a result of the continuing accent discrimination that is still felt today. On the other side of the coin, people might hold on to or even exaggerate their regional accent in a new place as they want to differentiate themselves from others and strengthen their ties to their home identity. For more information on British accents, I have a free PDF guide to sounding British for you to download. Plus, I offer a comprehensive pronunciation course and assessment for anyone interested in mastering received pronunciation. But more about that later. So, are we seeing the end of regional British accents? Well, the jury's out. Although we definitely imitate those around us. For example, we often see British stars move to LA and start speaking with an American twang. I'm looking at you, Harry Styles. Overall, accents and dialects from different regions of the UK are still just as prominent as they've ever been. However, many studies over the last few decades highlight increasing social and geographical mobility as a threat to regional accents and dialects. Even if we are seeing the demise of British accents and dialects, it's definitely taking a little longer than linguists predicted. It seems that people generally continue to be proud of their roots and use language as a way to develop their sense of identity in the world. In fact, for some, accents and dialects are more celebrated than ever. You just need to look at the BBC, whose presenters historically used received pronunciation, an accent which was supposedly non-regional and originated from the British private school system, but they now employ presenters with a range of regional accents. So, next time you visit the UK, why not learn more about the unique phrases, vocabulary and sounds as you travel around this linguistically diverse island? Now, I highlighted some key vocabulary and phrases in this video. Did you spot them all? Let's have a look in more detail. An array of. Array means a large group of people or things. The UK boasts a vast array of accents and dialects. To derive from. The phrasal verb derive from means to come from something. The suffix casta derives from the Latin word sista. Inhabit. Inhabit is a way to say to live in a place. The Celts have inhabited the UK for thousands of years. Tenner. A tenner is a slang word for £10. I got a flight to the Canary Islands for a tenner. Woohoo! The jury's out. The jury's out is a phrase which means a decision has not yet been made on a particular subject. Twang. A twang means to speak in a distinctive manner in relation to pronunciation. He speaks with an American twang. Roots. Roots are the underground part of the plant which searches for nutrition. It also refers to the origin of something. People are proud of their roots. Now, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Please share your experience of accents and dialects in the comment section below. And why not try practicing some of the vocabulary we've seen in today's video? If you'd like to learn more about our pronunciation course or assessment, head over to englishlikeanative.co.uk and help yourself to my free Sounding British guide. Simply click on the link below, sign up for my mailing list, and I'll email it to you. Thanks for watching. Until next time,